Guys, I just found a very interesting article that I wanted to share with you guys, and also I'll put in the link in the description below, but I'll also mention at the end of the video there's an excellent GitHub repository that I found, and it shares this value is excellent. This value, basically, with that repository, all of the knowledge and values that they're sharing there, you can become an AI engineer. Maybe like you won't receive a certificate and etc., and like you haven't cleared a course or something like that, but you will be, if you go through with all that and you take your time, it will take a lot of time, but almost like going through a real like study at the university or college or whatever, but you will become a legit AI engineer. And instead of all the fancy things online that you can see, like a course here, a course there, come to this, no. And this is the best part, it's totally free. It's free. I have to say something that like the most and the best things on the internet are actually for free. But the thing is that they don't look as lucrative or like flashy and like, oh yeah, you can, they won't sell you the dream basically. So, but if you have the patience, consistency, and you're willing to do it, you can become an AI engineer with all of those things, and you can build your own portfolio, you can start working with that basically, okay? So that's why I highly recommend it, and I really got stoked to make this video because I wanted to share it with you guys as soon as possible. I haven't even received my new webcam, but I was like, hey, I really want to make this video for you guys. Also, I'll share a book that is very, very good, and it's like a necessity. You don't need it, but it's like, if you like reading and learning about AI, this is a great book. It's called AI Engineering, but I'll go through that later. Let's go through this article here. It's Ian Tracy on X, and he has written the article named The K-Shaped Future of Software, and I'll share the link in the description below. I've already read this article, and I'm going to make a quick summary of it. Why I want to talk about this article, because he mentions almost it's very relevant to the previous videos that I made. And what is the K-shaped future? Is when a profession diverges into two paths, okay? So like, this split is not about talent, this split is about where real value comes from. And a K-shaped future means the profession splits into two directions, like I said earlier, and on one side, the developers will rapidly accelerate. And that's, here he mentions how it's like, that's the team A. And this is the team B is the split that will basically stagnate, because they will either stagnate and eventually they will disappear. And there's so many coders and people that work in dev and stuff like that, and they're like, oh no, I'm going to lose my job, AI is going to take my job. There's so many people complaining. If you've read like the post also by Sam Altman, they're releasing now Codex, also an agent manager, just like anti-gravity. I actually signed up to try it out, but anyways, so many people are like attacking and being like, oh, you're going to take. That's what happens when you get into the fear mind. Like you have to evolve. You cannot stagnate. That's instead of finding a solution and going forward with the times, you cannot stay stuck basically. You will be in, if you want to stay stuck and complain, you will be in team B. If you want to evolve and move forward and even have better leverage, like I mentioned in the previous video, better position, better leverage, you have to want to be in team A. Anyways, and the difference isn't intelligence, experience, or how many languages you know. The difference is how you create value in AI first. And like somebody mentioned here, there was a very great comment that he posted also, that coding was absolutely never the hard part. The hard part is finding real problems and bringing real genuine solutions. And exactly, that comment is so correct, because coding has always been visible work, but it was rarely the valuable work, because you can find many coders, especially now when you can like hire people, etc. on Upwork, blah, blah. But anyways, coding has always been the visible work, but it was rarely the valuable work, because the difficult part has always been understanding people. People are the most complex creatures, so understanding the context and choosing the right problems to solve, that will always be the hardest part. AI doesn't change it, it just exposes it. And like, let's go back to the article. the downside, let's go first through the downside. The downside is that the K-curve is very clear. Like, these are the developers who focus only on implementation, okay? They only focus on how to write routine codes, who use AI mainly as autocomplete, and who work task by task. So basically, this kind of work is very easy to automate it because AI is already good at it and it's improving every month. Even people are like, nah, it's not good yet, AI, but it is improving, and it is improving in light speed. You cannot even compare it. Anyways, teams will shrink, definitely, and there will be less room for pure execution roles. So also I want to just mention, like, these, if you remember, if you check my other video of how when we talked about the MIT studies, basically they're doing the same. This team B they're doing the same. They have the same issues as these MIT companies that try to implement AI. They are focusing on the totally wrong things, and this will be something that many people regardless of how good programmers they are and how much they are like into the IT space, they don't seem to understand that the bigger picture. Anyways, if this video is useful so far, please like the video, follow the channel. It really helps the channel grow, and it genuinely motivates me to keep creating and sharing high signal content like this. Anyways, also don't remember the value I'm going to share with you guys. That was like one of the greatest GitHub repositories I've found. But anyways, let's go check the upside. So the upside looks very different. These are the developers who think in systems. They understand users. Team B use AI just like a tool. Like we mentioned in the MIT video, and the companies that failed, they're using AI as tools, while these people use AI as a system. They integrate it totally into their work. They use it as a part of their work, basically. And these are the developers who understand users and customers, who connect technical decisions to real outcomes, and who design end-to-end solutions. They don't just write code. They actually take responsibility for the problem. They use AI as part of the problem. No, sorry, as a part of the system, not as a separate tool. And when teams get smaller, this type of developer becomes more valuable, not less. They become like the manager of the dirige. How's it called in a musical? You know, the guy who like plays that's what basically those developers become. I don't know how to say it in English. Dirigent, you know, the conductor or whatever. Anyways, and what this really means, it doesn't mean that like programming is dead. It means that the roles are changing. Value is shifting from writing code to judgment, context, and problem solving. Those like problem selection, problem solving, critical thinking, those are the things I mentioned, the long-term skills in the previous video. So if your value is just execution and programming, you're competing with AI. Good luck. Good luck. So if your value is understanding the problem, AI then will amplify you. If your value is in understanding problems instead of just like execution, that's the real K-shape. That's the real K-shape split, like in the picture here that shows how a K split looks like. Anyways, I'm going to recommend you guys a book. This is the book I mentioned earlier. Did I mention this in the introduction? Anyways, never mind. AI Engineering by Chip Huyen. Some people, the cover looks like TensorFlow. I actually have the book right. It's not this book, but it reminds me of this book, like this one, TensorFlow, Hands-on Machine Learning with Scikit-learn, Keras, and TensorFlow. Anyways, by Chip Huyen. And if you really want to understand this role, I strongly recommend this book. I haven't actually read this book yet, but I will read it. I'm already reading some books. I'm not done with them yet. I don't like finishing what I haven't. I don't like to finish what I have started. But anyways, this isn't a hype book. Sorry, this isn't a hype book, and this is not even a prompt. This is not a prompt guidebook or something like that. This is an engineering book, so it shows real AI systems, how real AI systems are built, foundation models are used in production, how to think beyond demos and prototypes. It's for developers who want to move from using AI to building real AI-powered systems. Okay, so I really recommend you guys to check this out. AI Engineering by Chip Huyen. Anyways, let's go to the cool damn GitHub repository. This was an excellent repository. Learn AI engineering. I don't, as you can see, here's the author, Pratap Singh Ashi. I don't know how to pronounce his name, sorry, but this guy is, his repository is crazy. So if you want to start something for free, this is an excellent repository. As you can see here, mathematical foundations, Python, AI and ML foundations, deep learning, NLP, everything, generative LLMs, LM chat, like APIs, they have everything, prompting, whatever you want, AI. Here he mentions also the book actually. No, it's not the book. Oh, but that was the same author. Anyways, here's the books. Oh, there's the book, AI engineering. There's so many like good things here, but anyways, I really recommend it, and I will put the link in the description, and it's completely free. So this is perfect if you want to understand AI from first principles, not just tool, not just, I'm going to use it as a tool. Then you will be making the same mistake as many other people are doing. Like the vibe coders, I understand a part of that, but like the most important part I just want to mention is, and like I said earlier in this video, is I don't understand the programmers and developers that don't want to hop on this wave, because they know they have already the prerequisite knowledge that people that only know vibe coding do not have. They actually know the limitations and so much more that they can use to their advantage. But instead they're having this tunnel vision. But anyways, so if you got value from this video, like it and follow the channel, and it helps genuinely me. It genuinely helps me more than you think, and allows me to keep publishing clear, grounded content like this. And if you're running a business or working inside one, you can book a free consultation with me below on Calendly. We'll look at your workflows, see if there's anything that can be automated so that you can save time and money, okay? And if it makes sense, to like implement an automation, first we will consult you 30 minutes and check if we can even implement, and if it's worth it to implement. So you can see exactly like the stages of how to correctly implement an automation, and then we will see if we can save time and money for you and give you an approximate of how much time and money you can save. So I can also, of course, after that, of course, I'll help you design and build the automation for you. The link is in the description. So also, I just want to end this video with asking you a question. And this question was actually, I wrote this down. It was, ask yourself, in 3 to 5 years, which side of the K-curve, let's go back here, in 3 to 5 years, which side of this curve do you want to be? Do you want to be on team A, that's the one, do you want to be on the team A, the one that actually is solving real problems, or do you want to be in team B, the one that is stagnating? That's a good question, okay? Basically the one executing the tasks and the one who is solving the real problems. So ask yourself, in 3 to 5 years, which team do you want to be? Do you want to be team A, or do you want to be team B? Okay? See you in the next video. Ciao.